right, here's the one I'm going to do. Right, I've had a bit of a change of heart since I did this, right? So when we got this one planned, right, this here, what I did is I made a panel to go on the front of a stepper card, right? And the stepper card, if you do your stepper card from A4, which is just less than 12 inches, you need to, like, can you see? You've just got to let a little bit go over the top, right? What I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to cut into the front of this. So I'm going to do a stepper card, but I'm going to cut into the front, Ben.
Okay.
So we're going to be pushing it a little bit size-wise because these are all made to be pretty much 6 inches. These, when you score it, it's going to be just less than 6. So you'll see what I mean in a minute, right? Let's just put put this over here.
Yeah.
This is the one that we're going to do, but we're going to do it slightly differently. I love this demo, right? Are you ready? So I'm starting with A4 cardstock, right? And what you need to do is we're going to put a score line. How long did I do it for me? I think it was about 1.5 inches in. Is it about 1.5 inches in? Did I remember? Yes.
So many demos, you see, you can't remember where you're coming and going.
Right? So 1.5 inches in. So what you do is you come down, you draw like 1.5 inches all the way down the 2 sides of the card, right? So 1.5 inches all the way down. Then I want my step to be 1.5 inches, Ben. So what I do is I go up 1.5 inches and then down 1.5 inches. So 1.5 and then down at 3, right? Now, the middle panel needs to be scored in half. So because it's A4, half of that is 1 little notch before the 6. So I'm coming just in that middle panel, 1 little notch before the 6, right? So that's in the middle. Then in the outside panel, we need to basically add on what the step was. So the step was 1.5.
Yep.
So it's 1 little notch before the 6. It'll go to 1 little notch before the 7.5. Make sense?
Yes.
Yep. So let's flip it over and do the top side. So we're going up 1.5 inches, right? Then we come down 1.5 inches, which would be to 3. And then this is our midway point, 1 little notch before the 6, and we need to add 1.5 inches onto that, so it's 1 little notch before the 7.5. That's how you do the centre step card, right? So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take my craft knife and metal edge ruler, and I'm going to connect from the edge of that panel down to the edge of this first panel, all right? That's going to just cut up there like that. So the edge of that panel all the way down to the edge of the first one, and that's going to give me that there. So that is going to make my stepper card. But what I do is before we fold it, I'm going to take this design. Now this is what I mean. Can you see? It's like right at the limits of what that size is.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to even that up. It could have done with an extra couple of it. If I had 12 by 12 cards, which I literally could have took out of the box, but never mind, you get the idea, right? If you do it out of 12 by 12, I like to use the A4 though, because I know that's the size card that we have, you know, when we have loads of the special offers and things like that on. So I always like to show you what you can do with your A4 card. So if you're doing it with 12 by 12, you score it exactly the 6-inch line. But the same notion with the steps on there, right? So here we go. That is cut out there beautifully well. Now, I haven't done this on any of the other demos, but I can show you. Oh, let me just cut you on there, right? I can show you. That is cut beautiful detail. If you want it to be even better, right, you could get your embossing mat and you could emboss it through. Okay. I mean, it's going to cut perfectly well. So if I just give this a little bit of a knock, right? There we go. Ease all that off, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to cut away. Now, the whole trick with this one, you see, Ben, is that we're actually going to cut this part away. So can you see? It's going to cut away from here, and I'm going to cut this with the knife all the way from this edge along to here, right? And then, do you know, I'm just going to come straight down this edge here. So it's going to cut down there like that, right? Oh, here we go. This is going to look amazing, right? So we need to strengthen the card, because that's all floppy now, it's no good.
Yes.
We need to replace that with acetate.
Okay.
Right, so I've cut a piece of acetate, and I'm going to stick the acetate all over the back panel there, and I'll connect it onto here as well. So I'm just going to trim that down a tiny little bit, and I'm going to stick that acetate. How long do it? That's about a quarter of an inch, about half an inch on there, right? And I'll stick it down. Sorry, I'm chatting away to myself here, Ben.
I was just going to do a few jokes here we've got coming in.
Go on, then you do your jokes while I'm doing me sticking.
There's two or three of them which are quite good. These are quite good. I'll use these again later on in the weekend. Paula says, what kind of bean cannot grow in a garden?
Go on.
A jelly bean.
Very true, very true. It can't.
Yep. Karen says, obviously you crack us up, Ben, with your Easter yolks. Oh, Karen. There's a couple of good ones down the bottom here. Katie says, what do you call a bunny that tells jokes?
Go on.
A funny bunny. Yeah, it's good.
Good.
We're getting
we
there.
We like
that one. CJ from Atlanta on YouTube says, what day does the Easter egg hate the most?
Go on.
Friday. Because it's an egg and he doesn't want to be fried.
That's a bit scary how excited you are about that, Ben.
Just brilliant. Keep the jokes coming in. Try a bit harder on the jokes, yeah? And let us know if you're ordering as well. Mary Pat's ordered the whole collection and tossed in the penny slider collection while she was at it. We've got a show tomorrow, tomorrow's craft along with the penny slider. So if you've already bought that collection, stay tuned for that. Me and Debbie Robinson tomorrow. We'll be bringing that to you. And Joy says, this is a beautiful die set. I just had to have it. Sarah, thank you so much for the beautiful products and inspirational demonstrations. Love all of CC products. Pam just asking the question, saying, Sarah, the craft knife doesn't scratch the glass mat, question mark?
No. It's brilliant. I don't know why. I can't tell you why that is, but it doesn't.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Right, Ben, all I'm doing is I'm now going to layer this up. This is fabulous because it's like an illusion card. I love illusion cards, right? So that's going to get, the acetate gives it that feeling of like kind of floating on the front there.
Okay.
And then little bits of illusion on the side.
Illusions.
Now, what you can do if you want to make that really stand out is that you could, I've cut one again out of a bit of silver. So I thought, should we see how the silver's going to stand out on here, right? I'm doing this live, folks. I haven't done this yet before, right? So there's the one that I've cut out here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now
boom,
you're talking,
boom.
right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use them absolutely massive scissors again, and I'm going to just cut a little bit. I'm going to cut some of this away. This one is just made to do this with, Ben.
The glitter cardstock you're seeing, by the way, Sarah using, we have got that on the show for you too. So if you want to stock up on that, we've got it in the purple, we've got it in the gold, ice blue, we've got the green, and we have, is that it? Oh, rose gold as well, yeah. So that's all there. The cardstock, by the way, including that, the A3 pastels, they're on a multi-buy on a 4 for $30 or 4 for $42. So if you need to stock up on your cardstock, and again, if you want to be able to recreate this particular demo, that's the cardstock that Sarah's using. Details down the bottom of the screen there just now. There you are. Any 4 for $30 or $42 on a cardstock. And of course, it's great because you're getting triple points on all of this as well. It's triple points, in case you just joined us, right across the bank holiday weekend. And we got a long one here in the UK because we have today off, of course, as a bank holiday. Then we've got Bank Holiday Monday as well. So we continue that trend here on Crafters TV and let you get those triple points right up until end of play on Monday. So it's going to be an amazing weekend of shopping and triple points. As we were saying earlier on, can't remember I said the last time, or if we have ever done this before on Crafters TV. So it is a really great time to shop and a great way to get yourself up that Club Inspire ladder to help you to save even more points when you shop with us with all the new goodies that we've got coming up for you.
Right, Ben, I am loving how this one is coming together.
Do you know you've only got 18 minutes left, by the way?
What, sorry?
You've only got 18 minutes left.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I've got a nice quick one after this, you see.
Oh, okay.
See, that was my extra one that I hadn't planned for, that I've just kind of prepped in between times. So that's the extra one I'm going to squeeze in.
Yes.
Just to beat Fiona. Just because, you know, I haven't come this far, just to let that
To
record slip
hurdle.
away. Exactly. So all this is just piecing into here, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, have I got any tape on that one? Let's just pop a little bit of tape on the bottom of here. I love the dotty tape pens as well, because if you end up with too much on, they can just rub away really easily.
Okay.
Right? So that's going to go onto there. Trim these little bits off the bottom, but this wouldn't have worked, by the way, without the acetate on the front for the illusion front. So that's going to go onto there, and then actually, I'm thinking if I put a little bit of black behind there, that is going to... now you're talking,
hang on a minute.
Now you're talking. So straight up, I'm going to stick this right down this back panel here. This is how you do an illusion floating front acetate stepper card.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a mouthful.
That is about. I tell you what, we've had some good demos, mind this show, haven't we?
You've done all
I'm
right,
interested to see which one becomes demo of the show.
I am.
Oh yes. Now that's my favourite one.
Yeah,
That is my favourite one there,
that's
right?
pretty good.
Because I just think it's really clever.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've just kind of adapted it from the one that I had planned for you on that show, and I thought this would make a nice like 40 card. Look at that. So you could just have the little just add a little 40 there to go on the bottom on the side there. Like that. Yeah, now
Love
you're
it.
talking.